Oatman. Can you all hear me? Okay, my name is Luann Oatman, and I'm the president and CEO of Berks Encore, and we're really happy to have everybody here. Thank you so much to all of you who participated in the listening session this morning. There was a lot of great information there, and I'm very grateful to all of you for being so honest and sharing your thoughts with the Department of Aging about aging in our community. We are really lucky this morning to be hosting a press conference. We have Secretary of Aging, Secretary Kavulich here, and we have the Secretary of Revenue here, Secretary Browne. We have one of our commissioners here, Commissioner Rivera, and they're all going to talk with you this morning about the upcoming changes that Governor Shapiro has managed to put through for us all that's going to benefit us with the rent and property tax rebate. So with that, I would like to invite Secretary Pat Browne to the podium.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to be with all you here today. I'm sure you always get nervous when you hear the phrase state government is here and they have good news to tell you. But we do today. Something that we're very proud on behalf of Governor Shapiro to promote and to raise awareness of. That will come into effect next year and will benefit hundreds of thousands of Pennsylvania seniors. Department of Revenue, as most people know, is responsible for collecting the state's revenue. What I think many don't know as much is we have the fun thing to do, and that is run the lottery. And that is a compact, a program that's been in place for 50 years. In my service in state government, which has been about 30 years, I'm not aware of many things that have stayed the same for that period of time. That we have a program that essentially has kept its compact with a group of people for over 50 years. Hear me? All right. Okay. I have a pretty big mouth. I'm well practiced with this. And that is the Pennsylvania Lottery, one of the largest of its kind in the nation, specifically benefiting Pennsylvania seniors. And over time, the lottery has expanded in the programs it supports, but some of the ones you know are home care, transportation assistance, pharmaceutical assistance, and one of the most important ones is assistance for rent and for property tax. That compact only stays relevant if we keep the programs relevant over time. And as the nature is with people's income and the costs of living, things tend to go up. And if you don't adjust the programs accordingly, not as many people benefit. Well, Governor Shapiro understood this. He talked about it during the campaign for governor, and he committed himself to do something that, frankly, needed to get done a long time ago, and that is to adjust one of the most important programs that the lottery supports, the property tax and rent rebate program, to bring it up to where it needs to be in 2023. With the changes that were made as part of the budget this year, the maximum rebate that's provided through this program will go up from $650 to $1,000. The income levels for those who rent, which is a pretty extraordinary jump, are going to go up from $15,000 to $45,000. We're planning to benefit new recipients in Pennsylvania. About 180,000 new seniors will benefit from this program. We estimate 5,700 in Berks County. There's also those who are in the program now whose benefits have gone down over time while property taxes have gone up. In Berks County, we're estimating that to be 14,000 people will receive, seniors will receive additional benefit. That's over 400,000 to 500,000 statewide. There's also another change that I used to serve in the assembly. I used to hear this all the time. And that is, my income went up last year, and now I'm $2 or $10 over the program income limits. That's always a shame. Probably the most important thing that I believe that Governor Shapiro led on to make happen is the income levels will go up over time with the cost of living. So people will not fall off the program as they have in the past. Since 2006, we estimate over 100,000 seniors have, because the Social Security has gone up, they've fallen off benefit for the program. This is one of the few programs in state government that has that adjusts over time with inflation to make sure that those who were trying to benefit, the lottery had a compact with for years, continue to benefit from this program. The governor, in terms of looking for ways to service the senior community, is not done. There are many things that he's planning to do. There's other things that are in the works for this program, including providing rebates on a more timely basis, lowering the document requirements that seniors need to bring forward. There's other things in the works, but for right now, this is a really important update to a program that has not been changed since 2006, something the governor prioritized and we got done, and we look forward to working with all of you to make sure these programs stay up to date and that compact continues for the years to come. So thank you very much. I will turn the mic over to our Secretary of Aging, my partner in serving senior citizens, Secretary Kavulich.
Hello, everyone, and thank you again for having us. I just wanted to let you all know, as someone who's new to state government, I have been totally impressed and in awe of the work of Secretary Browne and his team. You know, what they do at the Department of Revenue is extremely important. They run the most efficiently run program, the Pennsylvania Lottery, in state government. And that program, like he said, benefits every older Pennsylvanian in ways that we really lose sight of. Where we stand today is benefiting us because we're in a senior center that's funded through the lottery. The meals that we have today are funded through the lottery. And most importantly, the expansion of the property tax and rent rebate program that we're here to celebrate today is funded through the lottery. In fact, it is one of the foundation stones of what we did create the Pennsylvania Lottery for. It was to help older Pennsylvanians stay in their homes and have a property tax rebate every year and a rent rebate every year. So when we look at this program and we look at this major expansion, this is a historical moment for us. In 20 years, this is the single largest property tax and rent rebate tax cut for older Pennsylvanians that we have seen. This is a historical moment. This is important for all of us to celebrate. And it's because we do have a governor, and Governor Shapiro has listened to older Pennsylvanians all throughout the Commonwealth and has been committed to being responsive in this budget and in future budgets to making sure that we have the programming necessary for older Pennsylvanians to live in their homes. With this budget comes the property tax and rent rebate program, but it also comes an increase in our options funding. It also comes with an increase to senior center grant funding so that centers like this can apply for funds to improve the facilities, to bring in more activities for all of you, and to continue the good work that's being done here so that all of you have a place to enjoy and socialize. We are really, really blessed to have an administration and to have a team in the cabinet that is focused on older Pennsylvanians and what we are doing to make sure that they have the resources, that they have the abilities to stay in the communities that they love and the communities that serve them best. So I am very appreciative to be here today with all of you. I'm appreciative of my partners in state government, the legislature, and in all the local communities, your county commissioners, and in particular, the director here at the local area agency on aging, Jessica Jones, who runs one of the finest offices in the Commonwealth with her team. Now I'd like to take a few moments and hear from someone who will benefit from this program and has benefited firsthand for the changes that you will all see in January when the program starts under the new directions. So right now I'd like to introduce Bob Coleman, a resident here in your county, to give a few remarks about the new program, the new rules surrounding the program and the expansion.
Thank you. I'm very excited to know that I'm one of the 175,000 additional Pennsylvanians who will now be eligible for the property tax rent rebate program. I'm eligible because the income limits will be set at $45,000, which was as mentioned before, it's the first time since 2006 that these limits have been increased. And think about between 2006 and now how much just gas alone is going up. For us older adults who now qualify for the property tax rent rebate program because of the annual limit increases, we won't have to worry about losing our eligibility through no fault of our own in years to come. Because as Senator Browne mentioned earlier, it's because the income limits will be tied to the cost of living moving forward. So no older adult should become ineligible just because our Social Security went up. The expansion is important, and it's going to help people like myself who under the current system would not be eligible to get some relief in the form of a rebate. In my case, I'll qualify under the lower threshold, since my income will be in the $35,000 to $45,000 range. It's over 35 this year, that's why I didn't qualify, which amounts to around $250 rebate. For me, that $250 might pay for several weeks of groceries or a utility bill, or even allow me to purchase something extra. But for many Pennsylvanians who qualify for even larger amounts, this will be huge, particularly for the renters who are limited to $15,000, which if I'm correct in my some $15,000 around the poverty level under the current system. So now they will have. So now there's going to be a lot more. A lot of that 175 will probably be renters. Now live under the same thresholds as homeowners, which will make many more people eligible. It's possible that for some, especially if they're in that $1,000 range, that might pay their rent for a month, which if it does, is going to free up funds for other uses. Whatever they use it for, it's going to give them a little bit of extra financial freedom, as well as impact the economy, as there's going to be additional dollars spent that otherwise would not be spent. And this could impact small businesses, as well as additional revenue for people who eat out or spend money in local businesses. I think somebody mentioned that there might be around 5,700 or so expecting the new people in the county that will be eligible. So that's going to be thousands of extra dollars that'll be spent in Berks County and should benefit local businesses within Berks County. As was mentioned above, since it's tied to inflation, it will increase annually. Most of us will remain eligible each year. And the dollar amount is increasing as well from $650 to $1,000. And that's going to give us a little more flexibility regardless of what level that we qualify under. I'd like to thank Governor Shapiro and the Pennsylvania legislature for making this expansion a reality for the first time in more than 15 years. This time I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Rivera, Berks County.
Bob, thank you very much for sharing your comments and your situation here with us. We really appreciate that. Let me start by thanking all of you for being here today. First of all, I know you're here for the press conference, but many of you, if not all of you, were also here for the listening session. And we really appreciate that because the Area Agency on Aging and the Department of Agency want to hear what your needs are to make sure that when we're looking forward into the future as to what we can do to serve you, we have all the information that we need, because we may think you need something, but in reality, there may be other needs. So I want to thank you for being here today and for sharing the input and doing it openly and honestly as well. I also want to thank Luann Oatman and her team here at Berks Encore for opening their door for the listening session and for the press conference as well. They do a great job with our seniors here and in the other centers as well. So Luann and your team, thank you very much. And also to the volunteers that serve here. If there are any volunteers in here, thank you as well, because the Area Agency on Aging, Berks Encore, and the other organizations that serve our seniors cannot do the work that they do without the volunteers. So to the volunteers that are here today, thank you very much for the work that you do. Through this listening sessions, you're able to hear your voices, you're able to provide what your needs are, and again, we truly appreciate that. I want to thank Secretary Kavulich and Secretary Browne for being here today, for taking your time here, and to share this valuable information with our citizens here in Berks County. It's great to be here today and hear more about this program, because this is a program that will help thousands of more older and disabled Pennsylvanians qualify for the state property and rent rebate program. With the cost of things nowadays, that extra money will help many of you be able to meet basic needs, just like here with the situation that he was talking about. The gas of food has gone up, the gas of price has gone up, rent has gone up very much as well. So this program will help more people qualify and it will also increase the amount that those that qualify will get as well. So I'm extremely excited to see this new program, or these new guidelines to qualify for the programs mentioned here today, and I'm really appreciative of that. So again, thank you very much for being here today. I hope you see the benefits of this and share it with those who aren't aware of it, because maybe you may have friends or family members that don't know about the rebate program and aren't benefiting from it. So make sure that you share this so that everyone is aware and they get the rent rebate and the property tax rebate information in on time. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to introduce Jessica Jones, who is the director for the Berks County Area Agency on Aging. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm going to kind of stand off to the side here because I'm pretty sure you won't be able to see me if I stand here. So I just wanted to welcome everyone. And most importantly, how was the ice cream? Very good. Right? And like ice cream before noon, like very exciting, right? Exactly. So, right? So I just wanted to welcome everyone and certainly thank everyone and thank Berks Encore for their continued partnership and providing an event, helping us to provide an event like this. The Master Plan on Aging listening sessions continue here throughout Berks County. I think we have about 3 more sessions left, so if you do want any additional information, you can certainly see anyone from Berks Encore or our staff or the Senior Center staff have that available. The other thing I just wanted to mention is that our partnership here with Berks Encore and the Senior Center allows us to have individuals like Bob and get that access to services and knowledge about these programs, because that's some of the information that has come up in the listening sessions around needing to know what community programs are out there and available, and our senior centers here in Berks County are a hub for that. So I would encourage you to have discussions, look at information that is being provided, because it will help you with knowing programs and understanding the programs that are available to you as seniors. I also just wanted to mention and thank very much Secretary of Aging Kavulich, Secretary Browne, and also Governor Shapiro and all of the other legislators here in Berks County on moving forward on these changes to the property tax rent rebate program, because we are at the Area Agency on Aging, we are the front door for a lot of the aging services. We're the ones that are getting those calls and getting the people that are calling us and asking for information. And we hear often the struggles that individuals are having with making just their general ends meet with older adults in Berks County. And I know that's across the Commonwealth. So this initiative will help. I welcome everyone. I appreciate all of your support here. And again, one more thanks to Berks Encore for their support in this program. And I think there's probably still some more ice cream. So, you know, after lunch, if there's still a little bit, certainly you can help yourselves. All right. Thank you. And I am turning this back over to Secretary Browne and Secretary Kavulich for any questions.
Questions?
Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
You said you have to sign up to get the property rebate?
Yes, there's an application that would be available. The current year's application applies for the rules that were in place before this change. The change comes into place starting with the forms that are filed starting January 1st, 2024. So we're making sure that everyone knows that these important changes will be in effect for next year.
Secretary Browne, you may want to mention too that if they call Berks Encore, we have people that will help them prepare their property tax rate.
Did everyone hear that? Berks Encore, I don't want to put anyone in a place
Berks
here.
Encore and the Area Agency on Aging can both help with that process.
there's assistance, and one of the places that that I know provides assistance as well is the district offices of your members of your General Assembly, but Berks Encore and the Area Agency on Agency for Berks County does help for these applications as well. One of the things that's available now, if you want to do it this way, you can also do, which is just a couple years old, you can also do this online. You don't have to do the paper forms anymore.
Question?
Anyone else? Okay.
Thank you
Thank you
all.
very much. Good job. How long have you been at this? First term. Okay.
I like the job. Yeah. The policy. Yep. I like the job.